Hello, everyone. This is Brandon K. Hedgepeth, and I want to welcome you all here to the Tansson Talks show. I'm just so excited to speak with you all here today. And so let me first go ahead and say it's always great being able to speak with you all here on the platform. And let me go ahead and welcome my guest today, Milagros. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Brandon. Thank you so much for inviting me. I am very excited to talk with you.
Yeah, I'm excited to speak with you as well. And so, first of all, how are you doing thus far today?
I'm doing well, really well actually. Today I attended a district conference. It's the first district conference from the season, so it was very exciting. I had a lot of fun, so everything's going well.
I'm glad to hear it. And so, before we get started, are you able to take a moment to introduce yourself for those who may be watching or listening here today?
Yes. Hi everyone, my name is Milagros Orcoyen. I am a PR student and communications student from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I was born and raised here and I study at UADE, Universidad Argentina de la Empresa. I currently serve as PRSSA's Vice President of Events and Fundraising, and I also volunteer at different nonprofits and organizations. So I work at the Business Takeaway, and then I also volunteer at a Sustainable Development Center here in Buenos Aires, and also at the Jane Goodall Institute.
Well, that's awesome. And I really can't wait, to get into this conversation and speak with you. And so you were just telling me, like, right before we start, is that right now that you all are actually on summer break.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm on my summer break. Our academic year is a little bit different from the one in the US. So my summer break started in December and it ends in March. So my classes haven't started yet. That's why I am traveling. I'm going on vacation tomorrow, which is very exciting. And my summer break is almost over. It's kind of sad, but I also miss my routine. So I'm glad that I'm going back to school.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. That you're at least able to enjoy the break. And so, what are some of the things that you've been doing during your summer break so far?
Mm-hmm. So I've been meeting with my friends a lot. Then I've been working on my PRSSA projects. I just try to do as much things as I could, just like start planning things in advance to make sure once school starts, everything like goes according to plan. And then I've also been relaxing. So I've been reading, writing different things. I like writing, then painting. So just doing things that are good to relax and just like, I don't know, do things that are good for me.
Well, that's good to hear that you've been able to really make the most out of
Mm-hmm.
your break. And so since you all have your summer break now, so during, I guess, no, let's see, during in the U.S. summer months. So would that be your winter break time? If so, like, how long is your winter break? I'm just curious.
Yeah, exactly. So your summer would be my winter, and my winter break isn't that long. I think it's 1 or 2 weeks long. So it's a short break. My longest break is the one, like my summer break, the one that I'm in now. And the winter one is just like 1 or 2 weeks.
That's pretty cool. And like I said, and I'm first of all, like I said, I just wanted to know that because I was just really curious, and I'm glad that you're able to join us through the avenues of technology, all the way from
Mm-hmm.
where you live in Argentina. That's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so crazy. I just love connecting with people from different countries. It's so interesting to learn about our different cultures and just how like how different we are, but also how similar we are at the same time. I don't know. I just love connecting with people from all over the globe.
That's really great to hear. And so, right now you are, of course, a vice president in PRSSA. So, are you able to tell us a little bit about your role in PRSSA and how did you really get involved with the organization?
Yes. So my university has a chapter, and I joined my PRSSA, like my local PRSSA chapter, when I was a freshman at university. And at first, I got really involved in my local chapter. And then I also worked a lot with the international chapters. So I worked with the chapters in Peru, in Colombia, in Puerto Rico. And then last year, my chapter hosted a district conference. I was the conference coordinator. And that's where I met the previous vice president of Events and Fundraising. And she encouraged me to apply. And I'm so glad that I did, because serving on the national committee has been a beyond wonderful experience. I've learned so much. I've met so many students, so many professionals. So I am so glad that I applied.
Yeah, and that's pretty cool that you were able to do that and help be in charge of that event and meet so many people like that way and be encouraged to apply.
Yes, it was. Our I was going to say that our district conference was virtual, so we invited so many people. We even had attendees from Spain, so literally from all over the globe. It was fantastic.
That is so cool, especially so for you. Was that your first sort of international conference that you have been a part of, or have you been a part of more for different things beforehand?
I think that was the first one, and it was also the first big conference that I planned. I mean, I was my chapter's events committee coordinator, so I planned and hosted different events, but never a district conference and never a conference with so many attendees from all over the globe. So it was definitely a very enriching experience, and I learned a lot. And after that, I attended last year's international conference in Dallas, Texas. So that was also a really big conference that I attended.
Yeah, that was a really great conference. The PRSSA Icon event. And so, did you play in that as well?
Yes, so there's actually a committee that's in charge of planning and hosting the event. Last year, the committee was from Texas Christian University. So the national committee and I helped in different things. So we volunteered at Icon. We introduced some of the sessions. So we did some things, but the team that planned and hosted the event was from Texas Christian University.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. But nevertheless, though, how was the event for you being able to to come out to Texas and to meet your committee? Was that, I guess, one of the first times in person that you were able to meet and interact with them?
Yes, it was so wonderful. I mean, we've been working together since June. Our term started in June. So we've had so many meetings and we speak every day. So we exchange emails or we talk on Slack. So being able to meet them in person I was so happy to meet everyone, and not only the national committee, but also the PRSSA chapters and members. It was wonderful to network with so many amazing peers.
I'm so glad that you were able to to be a part of that and really help represent your chapter's PRSSA chapter as well. And so did you have other members from your chapter attend the conference as well?
So last year I was the only one from my chapter that attended, but in previous years other members have attended too.
Okay. Well, at least that you were able to hopefully represent your chapter with pride and and really be able to like I said, interact with all of those different chapters throughout the whole conference. Yeah, and so overall, like what actually brought you into public relations as a field that you're interested in pursuing?
I love this question, and I've always loved communicating and expressing myself. So when I was a kid, I loved singing. I took singing lessons for 9 or 10 years, so a lot of time. I've always loved writing, painting, so I just loved communicating and expressing myself. So when I was about to graduate from school, I started doing some research and trying to see, what I wanted to study at university. And that's where I found public relations, and it felt like the perfect option for me. It's like a way for me to continue expressing myself, communicating, Of course, like more on a corporate setting, but it's still related to what I love and to my biggest passion, that's communication. So it just seemed like the perfect option. And I'm so glad that I chose it because I love it.
That's great that you were able to find a way that you're able to continue expressing yourself and and do something that you're passionate in, but in a, like you said, a slightly different way.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are some of the things outside of your role in PRSS, the overall PRSSA organization, that you've been able to sort of explore the public relations field? What about like with your classes and everything?
Yes, so besides PRSSA, I work at three different nonprofits and organizations. So the first one is called the Business Takeaway. The Business Takeaway is a student-led company where we provide different tools and information for early in career professionals within the marketing, advertising, and public relations industries. And we also interview professionals within these industries. Then I am a volunteer from the communications department at GEO. GEO is the Sustainable Development Center from the University of Buenos Aires. And there I just help with anything communications related. So I might write a press release, or I might write an article, a caption for social media. So anything related to communications, that's where I help. And then I am also a member. I'm a writer of the Jane Goodall Institute, so I just help write blog posts for their blog, and then I also write their captions for social media.
That's really cool that you're able to overall thus far, get numerous different, have numerous different ways and avenues that you're able to really like be in the field, from your blog posts to press releases to writing articles for social media. So, out of curiosity, which ones are your favorite to do?
You mean like from the activities that I do?
Yeah, like from the activities, or like the different, I guess, ways that you're involved within public relations.
It's so hard to choose because I like everything. I don't know, like I find something special in everything that I do. But what I love most, if I had to choose, is connecting with people. I just love having meetings with even like with PRSSA members or from volunteers from the Business Takeaway or the Jane Goodall Institute or HEO. I just love talking with them, getting to know them better, and also know how I can help them. So if there's anything I can do to help, if there's anything, they have any questions, just like make sure that I am serving them the best way I can. That's what I love most.
I love that. I love that you're able to, to take your different skill sets and interests and do, just like you said, like connect with people through, through events and social media posts and everything. And so you mentioned too that, that you love seeing and being able to express yourself. So what are some other ways that you also have been able to do that as well?
So I really like writing. I write articles that have actually been published in different news media outlets. I also, besides like writing things related to public relations, I like writing things like for myself. So just like even if it's a song or a poem or just like writing what's on my mind. I really like drawing too, like as a way of expressing myself, and singing. As you mentioned, I've taken singing lessons for 9 or 10 years, I believe. So I just love expressing myself in any way possible.
That is really cool. And so, out of curiosity, for writing, so like I know for me, like I actually love writing. Yeah, in addition to stuff like like posts and everything, is that I also like writing like fiction and that as well.
Yes, I like that too. Like it depends on my mood and how I'm feeling. So sometimes I just like writing like a journal, so what's on my mind and how I'm feeling. Sometimes I like writing something like science fiction, as you were saying. Sometimes I like to write something related to public relations. So it really depends on the day. But I just love that you have like the possibility to write about so many things and so different things. So it's wonderful.
Absolutely, like the possibilities are endless right there. Yeah, and so overall, you mentioned too that you're a part of the business takeaway that allows for you to speak with so many people and meet people from I mean from really the possibilities are endless there with the amount of people that you can speak to. So how did you first find out about that group?
I love the business takeaway, and actually, the CEO reached out to me on Instagram, so that's where I met them. And ever since then, I've been working with the company, and it's wonderful. As you were saying, the team is comprised of students from different parts of the world. So I'm working with people from New York, people from Chicago. I'm here in Buenos Aires, so it's so enriching working with such a diverse team. It's wonderful. Like you can learn new things every day and learn something different from everyone. So it's so rewarding.
That's really cool that you're able to, I mean, to really do that because not everyone has this opportunity to do well, sort of like what we're doing now. Yeah, speak with people and really get to to know them.
Yes, I that's what I really like. I feel like even though of course like the pandemic had many negative effects, also it's helped us like connect with people from different countries. Before the pandemic, I didn't have so many meetings with people from all over the world, and now I have at least one meeting every day. So that's something I really appreciate, having the opportunity to connect with people, even though we are literally like in different parts of the world, different countries. So yeah, that's an awesome opportunity.
That's really great. And since you mentioned the pandemic, so how was everything for you where you are, in terms of the pandemic, especially in relation to like your academics and what you're doing professionally?
So the pandemic started when I was a senior at school. So that was like fully virtual for me. I didn't go to classes in person. And then in 2021, when I started university, it was also virtual in Argentina. So I didn't attend classes in person until last year. So it's been crazy. Like I had virtual classes for all of 2020 and all of 2021, and I've been to university in person only in 2022 so far. So it's been very crazy.
I bet. And so, like during your time doing virtual classes for those essentially 2 years, like how was it for you to get really adjusted to everything and to really sort of figure out your place, like just finishing high school and going into college for you?
That's a good question. And actually, I feel like it wasn't that hard for me. Maybe because I adapt easily. So I just like got used to my new routine and it wasn't that hard. But I know that it was for many people. And it makes sense, like being at home every day can be very exhausting. And yeah, so I'm lucky that I didn't feel that way and that I was able to adapt to my new routine. But I know that that wasn't like that for everyone.
Yeah, I definitely feel the same way because for me, I was sort of finishing out high school, but also just starting college when everything for us closed down in the beginning of 2020. I was like, I hadn't quite graduated high school yet, but I had started some college classes, and so it was definitely a adjustment. But like just like you were saying, I also adjust really easily, and so I took college, all of my college classes virtually, and actually even today, I still do all of my classes virtually just because it's easy for me. But I know it isn't for everyone.
Yeah, I feel like something good about having virtual classes is that you don't have to commute. Like here, my home is 1 hour away from university. So it's definitely like, it's hard. I have to wake up very early in the morning to get to school. So it can be very tiring. It's still rewarding. I like going in person, but there are many benefits in attending virtually too.
Yeah, that's good that at least you were able to sort of take a little bit of the benefits from from both sides and use it to
Mhm.
your advantage. I mean, clearly because now you are a national vice president of of one of the largest public relations student societies within. Yeah, I mean that's just pretty exciting right there.
Yes, yes, I totally agree. Like, I'm just having like some in-person interactions, but also virtual interactions. So the best of both worlds.
Definitely. And so overall, like, so how are your studies going in terms of like, content areas? Is there anything that you tend to gravitate towards more than others?
So my studies are going very well. I just love everything. It's so hard for me to choose like my favorite thing because I truly enjoy everything. I love everything I'm learning. But so far, I really like sustainability. Anything sustainability related, I really like that. Then I also like anything related to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and corporate social responsibility. So far, I feel like those are the things that I like most, but I still don't know. I feel like I want to have experience on everything and then choose what I like most. But so far, if I had to choose, I would choose that.
I love that, and I feel the same way just about everything because for me, I let's see, my major for undergrad was media studies, but I also did a little bit of everything in the communications from, being a part of PRSSA myself and my own chapter with public relations. And then on the other side, I was also doing like video production, doing like live streams for, for the local area. And so, yeah, doing a little bit of everything. In fact, I even was helping out with a program for like the earth sciences. So, I mean, I love a little bit of everything. So I'm glad to hear that you also enjoy like, being able to explore as much as you can.
And I feel like now is the time to do it. Now that we are students, we can just like get involved in different organizations, all the opportunities that PRSSA has, and just like it's the moment to try everything. And I love what you were saying about all the things that you were doing. Like this podcast, it's amazing. It's also like a great way to learn new things. So it's wonderful.
Thank you so much. And yeah, like I absolutely love, being able to, to do this. And throughout the years that I've been able to speak with people, it's just so amazing to hear everyone's stories and, the experiences that everyone went through. Because I know even with some shared experiences like the pandemic, everyone has experienced it in their own way. And so it's great to hear, different perspectives.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that's why I like, as we were talking before, that's why I love just connecting with so many people because everyone's so different that we can learn something from each person. And that's something that really amazes me, like having the opportunity to learn something different every day. And just like when you talk to someone, learning more about their past experiences, their life, their culture, it's so amazing.
Yeah, that really is amazing. And out of curiosity, are there any experiences that you would like, I guess, rank as some of your favorites that you have experienced thus far over these past couple years?
I feel well. The first one that comes to my mind is Icon. I just loved attending the international conference last year. It was wonderful. I met so many people, so many professionals, so many students, and I learned so much. That so far it has been one of the highlights of my college experience. Also serving on the national committee, of course, that has been wonderful too. I've learned so much, and I am so glad that I ran for national office. I I can't even explain how rewarding it has been. It has taught me so many life lessons that I can't even explain it.
Well, I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy it, and and like you said, not just be a part of it, but having been one of the people like sort of behind it as well. Even if you weren't like the
Hmm.
direct person, like still having a major part of it. That is just so cool to say that that for, like you said, one of your defining moments of your college experience. That like you were a part of that.
Hmm. Yes, it's so exciting. Just like, and also last year's conference was the first conference in person since the pandemic, so I feel like it was even more exciting and more special. Everyone missed like these in-person interactions so much that we were also like looking forward to the events. That it was wonderful. I just loved the international conference.
I'm so glad. And so, while you're speaking, are there any other like experiences that you'd like to speak about, or any of your other interests, or anything else? The floor is all yours.
Yes, so something that comes to my mind is just like, it's more like advice or recommendation, but I would say that don't be afraid to try new things. So just like step out of your comfort zone and be curious and try new things every day. So even if it's attending an event at your local chapter, if you're a part of PRSSA, or if it's attending the international conference, or even listening to different PR or communications related podcasts, just like try to be as curious as you can and try to live different, like have different experiences. That's what I would say. And yeah, just like try to be as proactive as possible and just challenge yourself and don't be afraid to try new things.
That is really great advice, and I really hope that for all of you all watching or listening, that you all are, I mean, really taking away all of this, because this is just so, so helpful, informative to be able to, I mean, to speak with you thus far, and like I said, I've just so enjoyed this conversation with you and sort of like officially meeting you. I mean, I know we had a chance to briefly interact during the Icon event in November, but it's
Hmm.
great to sort of catch up with you and sort of like meet each other further.
Yes, because at Icon, I remember that I we talked at the booth on the career development exhibition, but it wasn't like we talked a little bit, but not so much. So I'm glad that now we are getting to know each other better and just like connecting after conference. So yeah, I'm really glad we're talking right now.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we're able to to have this opportunity. And so overall, since you start your your semester in March 2023, so I guess what are the things that you're looking forward to to going into this semester after your summer break?
So I really miss my routine. I love learning new things. I think that I like to say that I am a lifelong learner. So I just love learning new things every day, asking questions, being curious. So I really miss going to class. I really, really miss it. So I can't wait to be back at university. Um, I am also looking forward to continue working at all the organizations that I mentioned. So PRSSA, the Business Takeaway, here, the Jane Goodall Institute. I feel like being a part of those companies and organizations gives me the possibility to work on everything that I learned at school. So it's perfect. Like I just learn all the theory at school and then I can work on everything that I learn at those companies and organizations. So I'm really looking forward to being back on my routine, being back at school. I can't wait.
That's so exciting, and I'm glad to hear that you're also a fellow lifelong learner. And I know, like for me, I call myself a research enthusiast because just I always love reading, researching, finding out more things about the world around us because it's just so amazing. Like the more that you learn, it doesn't even have to be in a true academic setting.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, I always say that you don't have to limit your learning time to school. Just like try to learn things every day, all the time, not only when you are in class. Just like try to learn things at every moment.
That is such a great phrase, to learn everything. Yeah, learn something at every moment. That, yeah, I'll definitely have to, yeah, to write that down. And so, out of curiosity, like, how long do you have until you officially, yeah, graduate and complete your time in college?
So I'm actually doing a double major. So it's public relations and communication science. I will be made, thank you. I will receive my degree in public relations next year. So in November or December 2024. And then in 2025, I will receive my degree in communication science.
That is really cool that you're able to double a major. And it's interesting too that, yeah, for you, that you're able to have sort of two different graduation dates. So even when you're done, you're still going on.
Yes, it's exciting. It's also like I don't know how that works in the US, but here in Argentina, this isn't common. Like, not every university has this double major thing where you receive one degree 1 year and then the other one the next one. So it's definitely a unique experience since not every university offers this.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I actually don't know how it is, for people, because I only had one major, but what I did was I finished my bachelor's degree in December of 2022, and then I went immediately to my master's degree working on it. But also had already been working on it a little bit, so yeah, so it's like, yeah, it was like I finished, but then it's like I still have like another year and a half until I finish the next degree.
And what are you studying?
So for my bachelor's degree, I majored in media studies, but for my, yeah, upcoming master's degree, I am actually doing digital, what was it, lifespan and digital communication. So sort of like a little mixture of everything in the communications field, from relational communication to digital media studies to a little bit of strategic communication. And so, yeah, it's been so fun thus far, like, getting into it and everything. So yeah, a lot to learn, but I'm very excited about this.
Happy to hear that.
Cool, thank you. And yeah, and it's so exciting to hear everything that that you're learning as well. And so, what do you plan to do with your upcoming, not just one but two degrees by 2025?
So, as we were talking before, I feel like I want to explore everything related to public relations before making a decision. But if I had to say right now what I think that I will be doing in 2025, I would say living somewhere else, traveling. I just love learning new things about different cultures and traveling and visiting new countries. So I would definitely like to travel, maybe work at a company in a different country. So I think that that's what I would like to do, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. And out of curiosity, is there any country in particular that you would want to explore, or countries that you'd like to explore, rather?
Literally every country. I don't know. It's so hard to choose one. I just love learning about as we were saying, the different cultures. So I would be happy to live in any country, just like to learn more about the people there. Um, I would love to live anywhere.
That is so great to hear, and I love that you're just willing to just, like we said, just explore the world and, yeah, see it for what it is, and learn more. And I also like too that you're not quite ready yet to just like define what you want to do to just one thing or another, but rather you want to sort of, yeah, take your time. Everything.
Yes, and I feel that's something that many PR students say. I feel because like our industry has so many possibilities that there are so many things that you could choose, that I think it's okay is now, if now that we are students, we just like don't know what we want to do next, because we're still learning and we're just like learning new things every day, and so many new things every day, that it's okay if we don't know yet. Like, we have time to choose. And also, I feel like working at these different organizations or nonprofits gives you the possibility to maybe know or try to know where you want to go next. Just like having this experience while you're studying, that might be helpful too.
Definitely. Yeah. And I mean, like we said, I mean, there's just so many possibilities out there, especially now, like thanks to the internet, where we're able to do so many things. I mean, we're able to speak, and we're in two completely different, yeah, countries, time zones, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But we're still able to speak and converse here. So, I mean, possibilities are really endless.
Totally.
Well, yeah. Well, I want to really thank you so much for, I mean, for coming on and for willing to speak with us. I mean, this has just been such a fun opportunity, and I'm so glad that we were able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, of course. It was so nice to talk to you. I had a lot of fun. So thank you for inviting me again. It was wonderful.
Yeah, of course. And like I said, and just thank you so much. And like I said, definitely keep me in touch with everything that you're doing, because I'd love to, yeah, continue hearing about your journey as well.
Oh, thanks. And you too. I would love to know what you're the next as well.
Thank you so much. And out of curiosity, for anyone who's listening that may want to like follow you online, where's the best places for people to to keep up with you?
Hmm. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn is my name, so Milagros Orcoyen. And then also on Instagram, the same. It's milagros.orcoyen. So you can find me in those two platforms, and feel free to connect with me, send me a message. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. As you mentioned, I love meeting new people and getting to know people from different countries and cultures. So just let me know, and I'd be more than happy to talk with you.
That is really great to hear. Well, best of luck in your studies, and definitely enjoy the rest of your summer break. I hope that you have a great rest of your couple days.
Oh, thank you so much, Brendan.
Oh, yeah, of course. And for everyone watching or listening, thank you all so much for tuning in, and definitely continue hearing all of Milagros's amazing journey on, like she said, LinkedIn and anywhere else. But until next time, everyone, have a great rest of your day, and let's make things happen. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Are you interested in having your own podcast station? Well, be sure to check out our sponsor, Podpage, for all of your podcasting needs to help promote your podcasting journey.